Alright guys, so you should have just finished a good workout here, and now we're going to give you some injury prevention video just to cool down your workout. This first one, injury prevention 1, is just going to be focused on the ankles and calves. So you'll see here, my humble abode, I don't have any stairs, so I'm just going to be using this curb. All right, and this allows me to get a fuller range of motion. You see the recording gear and my wife's lovely garden. But the point here is that you would have a step, if you don't have stairs or a curb, something that you could stand on that could support your weight as you go into some of the calf strengthening. So this is all about strengthening, getting the full range of motion for those ligaments, tendons, muscles around the joints, as well as into your calves and ankles. So enjoy, take this type of injury prevention very seriously, especially if you've had any problems with your ankles, knees, hips. After the session, take care of yourself. Spend 5, 10, 15 minutes doing this. So as we go through this, I will give you different quantities and different amounts that you can focus on. You can always do more, but remember, anytime you're doing these types of movements, if you feel any pain, if you feel any sharp pain, stop and pull back a little bit. You don't need to overdo it in your cool down. All right, enjoy. All right, so first up is straight two-footed calf raises. You see that my toes, my foot is about halfway off the curb. My balls of my feet are completely on the curb. My heels are completely off. All right, and all I'm going to do is allow myself to dip down. This also works on your balance, and then raise up. All right, so for this, if you need a chair or something to help you with your balance, that's no problem. But all you're doing here is looking to do two-footed raises. All right, activate the calves. I'll turn. All right, activate the ankles. Go at a nice moderate pace. All right, both feet at the same time. Make sure you're concentrating on having your weight evenly distributed. All right, up and down. All right, 10 times, and then take a break. So here's a good side view, and guys, I would say when you see me doing this, you could even maybe try to go a little bit lower. I didn't have anything to hold for balance, so if you have a chair or something in front of you, but the whole point here is that you go as low as you can and then up as high as you can. Slow, steady movement. This is not about explosiveness. This is about cooling down, injury prevention. So take your time, go through all the way down, all the way up. All right, and it's a good side look. Next one we're going to do is just some very basic ankle strengthening. All right, so bring your toe pointed up towards you. All right, your leg doesn't have to be very high off the ground, and then just flex so it's parallel to the ground. All right, so pull towards you, point and flex. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switch. All right, and now remember, as you go through, you want to hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Again, just another side view, parallel to the ground, standing on one foot, have the balance, flexing, and you feel it in your shin, that shin muscle contracting when you bring your toe towards you, and your calf muscle flexing when you point your toe away. Again, take your time. There's no need to rush these. I went a little bit too fast here, but hold it for a second in each position so you get that full flex and that full contraction of the muscle. All right, next one is sideways. So foot off the ground, and now you're going to turn your ankle across the plane. You see my range of motion is about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit less. This is not about turning your hip. This is just about turning your ankle. 8, 9, 10. Other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and the side view of, again, so when you rotate, again, your hip should stay stationary, and you're just using your ankle to move your toe across, whether it's 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, full range of motion, holding it for a moment in each direction. And you'll see sometimes your left foot is different than your right foot. but that's still okay. Work at it. All right, next calf raises. All right, you're gonna open up a little bit. You can widen your stance a little bit. And now this is going to work the insides of your calves. So pigeon toe, or sorry, not pigeon toe, the opposite, duck footed, as much of the ball of your foot on as you can. And now 10 calf raises, 2, 3. It's okay if you lose balance a little bit. Again, try to evenly distribute your weight. Count your reps, make sure you get 10 in. Go as deep as you can, and then go up as high as you can. All right, deep as you can and high as you can. After 10, go ahead and come off. All right, guys, so you see here, it doesn't have, your feet don't have to be terribly wide. All right, just a little bit wider than normal, your toes pointed outwards. And for everyone's body is a little bit different. So this one for me is a little bit awkward. I really have to work at it. I really have to concentrate on it. But you see I go as low as I can. All right, and then accelerate slowly up as high as I can. All right, all about control, all about range of motion. All right, the angle of your feet is just a little bit wider than normal. And you're working at just a different area of your calf. We're just going to start with basic ankle circles, but it's very important you go both directions. All right, so I'm drawing a big circle with my toe. All right, so right now I'm going clockwise 10 times, and then the other direction. And if you're really concentrating, going the full range of motion, you'll start to feel a little bit of tension building up in your calves, a little bit of a burn, maybe in your shin or in your arches. That's no problem. Like I said earlier, if there's a sharp pain, all right, make sure you stop. Make sure you do the other one, all right? And you'll see here the difference. My left, I have to be a little bit more intentional. I have to be a little bit more thoughtful. It's not as coordinated as my right. 10 times, other direction. All right, ankle circles. All right, and now the side view with the ankle circles. One thing is you'll notice the more that you do this, the more fluid your ankles will become, the more smooth the circle will be. Specifically, this is my right foot, both directions. Specifically on my left foot, there's little like parts where my range of motion is not fluid in a circle. It gets sort of like choppy looking. All right, so be consistent with this. Do this as much as you need, and if 10 feels good and you want to do more, that's no problem, you know. But take the time, go through both directions, both range of motion. This is very good for lower body athletes, for soccer players. So now on the other foot, you see that I'm pointing out there to myself where it's choppy, where I'm really concentrating on trying to get that range of motion to work out. All right, and then the other direction. So 10 times, both feet, both directions. All right, last of the calf raises. So now we're going to go pigeon-toed. For me, the way that, you know, my body grew and everything, this one is more stable than the other one. Some of you guys will have feet that naturally pronate out or pronate in. So the goal here is to get close to the 45-degree angle on the pigeon-toed. All right, and then same idea, raise up and raise down, raise up and raise down. All right, and now you'll see that this is working the outside of your calves. All right, lose your balance, no problem. Grab a chair, grab a sibling, whatever you can to keep your balance. And if you need to, reset, no problem. All right, feet at neutral, come in, even if it's just 30 degrees. All right, 10 calf raises with slightly pigeon-toed. All right, 10 times. All right, and you'll see here from this side view, all right, once you're stable, once you've been going through and getting strengthening, you can really get your range of motion up. So for me here, this is all about slow, controlled movement. Try to be as fluid as possible. Try not to be jumpy, but it will take time. You lose your balance, like I said earlier, no problem. Just go ahead and get right back to it. Now last one, you can use whatever word you like because we're all part of same team, in the same club, we're going to spell letters with our toes. So is this going to be an exact science? No, but we'll start with just Weston. I always try to find a word with, 6 to 7 letters. So W, E, S, T, O, N. All right, switch feet. W, E, I'm trying to do capitals. S, T, O, N. All right. So last side view here, guys, when it comes to spelling words with these ankle movements, pick any words. You can do Weston, you can do Weston select. This is all about just changing directions, doing things that are not just straight up and down, side to side, but moving your ankles in a sort of random, specific way. Again, take your time with this, be deliberate with the movements, and as you go through, spell Weston select, go through the entire alphabet if you need. This is all about strengthening, feeling that movement, building up those tendons and ligaments. Alright guys, we'll wrap up with this quote. An incident is just the tip of the iceberg, a sign of a much larger problem below the surface. Well, we could say some injuries are out of our control, but the point here is that an incident or an injury, if there's anything that we can do to prevent it, to alleviate it or reduce the chances, we want to do that. So continue to take time with the injury prevention, and we hope you are healthy and safe during our quarantine training time.